Hello and welcome to Inside and Outside Angles. This video is going to be split into two different parts, two different videos, so make sure that you watch them both. For the first video, we're just going to talk about basically what happens whenever you have a chord inside the circle intersecting another chord inside the circle, but they don't intersect at the center. This might be the center, and they're not going to intersect there. Someplace else, they're intersecting, and they're going to make an angle here, some sort of angle, and that will actually be the same as this angle here. Those will be the same. And we're going to call those an inside angle because they're angles that are formed inside the circle. And the way to figure that out, what those are, is they make this arc here, we'll call that arc 1, and this arc here, we'll call that arc 2. And simply, if you add those two up and divide by 2, which is finding the average of them, you'll find this angle. So you can write down in your notes that if an angle is formed by two chords intersecting inside a circle, the measure of their angles is arc 1 plus arc 2 divided by 2. Add them up, divide by 2. Find the average. Okay? So here's some examples. We're trying to find x. Well, x is going to equal this plus this, divide by 2. 70 plus 116, divide by 2. That is 186 divided by 2, which is 93. Easy? Of course. This kind is not quite as easy because they give us the angle, but they don't give us one of the arcs. But let's set up the same relationship. We know that the angle is equal to arc 1 plus arc 2 divided by 2. Now from here, to get rid of the dividing by 2, let's multiply both sides by 2 so that it cancels the 2 and just leaves the numerator left. And over here, this will be 240. Now we subtract the 160, and I believe that is 80. Okay? Same idea here on number 3, except for they give us this angle, and we want this angle here. So, but if you see these two together make a linear pair, they make 180. So if we subtract from 180, that makes it 41. Go ahead and pause the video now and see if you can figure out how to get this angle, or that arc length x. Okay? Restart the video, here we go. We know this angle is equal to arc length 1 plus arc length 2 divided by 2. Again, to get rid of the dividing by 2, let's do everything multiplied by 2. That gives me 82, and on this side it cancels the 2 and leaves just the numerator. Subtract, and we have 42 equals x. So that's my arc measure right there. So that's inside angles. Add them up, divide by 2 to find the inside angle. We also have angles formed on the outside of a circle. Suppose we've got a point outside a circle here, and a line that runs either a secant line or a tangent line that runs into the circle. It's going to form an angle here, this angle that's outside the circle. It's also going to create a big arc here and a little arc here. And if you just simply subtract big minus little and divide by 2, that'll give you this outside angle measure. So we got big arc minus little arc divided by 2. So something like this. Here's my outside angle. It looks like both of these are secants. They're touching it at 2 places. So we just want to take the 90, the big, minus the little, and divide by 2. So that's 70 divided by 2, which is 35. So this outside angle measure here is 35. Now this one's a little different because it doesn't have a secant line. There's just a tangent line. It's going to hit at one place here. And they tell us that the big is 240. So how could I figure out the little? Well, I'll just take 240 or 360 and subtract 240. That leaves 120 because we know that 120 has got to be what's left to complete the whole circle. So we've got x equals the big minus the little divided by 2. And that is 60. That is this angle measure here. Okay? And this one, and the third one, they tell us this is 60 and the little is 65, and that's a tangent line here, secant line here. But what I don't know and what I need to figure out is what's the rest of this arc. Well, 120 plus 65 is 185. If I take 360 and I subtract 185, that is 175. That's what's left here. So that's my big. So I've got x equals big minus the little divided by 2. I'm guessing 110, and we get 55. Excellent. Okay, now that's the end of this first part of the video. There's another video we're going to do this monster problem, so make sure you check that one out as well. Have a great day.